Are you looking for the best mini PCs? In this video we will look at some of the best mini PCs. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. Aladawn S7 Mini PC Stick. Intel Celeron J4125 Graphics, Intel Ultra HD Graphics 600 RAM, 8GB storage, 256GB size, 5.5 by 1.9 by 0.8 inches. Handling basic computing needs at home, while traveling, or at work. The Aladawn S7 Mini PC Stick isn't the most high-end computer in the bunch, but it's small, portable, and comes with 64-bit Windows 11 Pro pre-installed. Weighing in at just 0.3 pounds, you can carry this computer in a backpack, briefcase, or pocket and set it up in minutes using a monitor, mouse and keyboard of your choosing. The S7 Mini PC Stick outputs 4K video at 4096 by 2160, with a 60Hz refresh rate, and it works with any monitor or projector. Its Intel Celeron processor is enough to power the basics, with a 256GB SSD, plus 3 USB 3.0 Type-A ports and a Gigabit Ethernet port. It also has Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 4.1 for wireless connectivity. Number 4. MeLE PCG02. Intel Celeron J4125 Graphics, Intel UHD 600 RAM, 8GB storage, 128GB size, 5.5 by 2.3 by 0.3 inches. Home media server, or simple web browsing. The MeLE PCG02 Stick PC is a truly tiny computer. Measuring a similar size to dedicated streaming devices, this diminutive device is a full-function Windows 11 Pro, or Linux, PC, complete with a robust selection of ports for expanding its functionality. With twin USB 3.0 ports, an Ethernet port, microSD card slot, and support for Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 4.2, you can connect just about anything to this Stick PC. If you want to expand the storage, just add an external drive. Want to connect it to multiple networks? You have different ways to do that. There's also an adjustable aerial to make sure you get good Wi-Fi coverage. The 128GB of onboard storage isn't big or fast, but it's plenty for an operating system and a few of your favorite applications, and you can easily expand it with an SD card or additional hard drive. There's support for up to 4K resolution, so you can use this as a powerful streaming device. And it has full support for Wake on LAN, so you can power it up without pressing a button. The CPU and GPU aren't powerful, but they're enough for basic tasks. Number 3. Intel NUC 12 Extreme Dragon Canyon. Intel Core i7-12700 graphics, Intel UHD graphics 770 size, 7.4 by 4.7 by 14 inches. DIYers who want a petite and customizable casual and cloud gaming machine. This Intel NUC 12 Extreme Phantom Canyon stands out for having the space to accommodate a full-size desktop graphics card inside. The trim chassis is easy to store in tight spaces. It comes with a capable 12th generation Intel Core processor and integrated graphics inside, but it does not include memory. It supports DDR4 RAM or storage. It supports SATA and M.2 PCIe-based drives. You also need to buy a Microsoft Windows license separately. Those extra costs, along with that of a monitor, keyboard and mouse, add up and mean you can't buy this PC and expect to use it straight out of the box. But this is the ultimate system you can customize as your own. The chassis has a ton of ports on the front and the back, including USB Type-C and USB Type-A connectors, and a convenient SDXC memory card slot. Plus, it supports Bluetooth 5.2, Ethernet and Wi-Fi 6E for fast connectivity. It also supports 7.1 channel audio. Vents keep the internal components cool. While this system requires a bit of work and expense to get where you want it to go, you can fully tailor it to your needs. Number 2. Beelink Mini PC SAR5 Pro. AMD Ryzen 7 5800H RAM, 16GB graphics, integrated AMD Radeon Graphics 8 Core 2000 MHz storage, 500GB size, 4.9 by 4.5 by 1.6 inches. General Purpose Computing. This configuration of the Beelink SAR5 Pro comes with 16GB of RAM and a 500GB NVMe M.2 SSD. It comes with two HDMI ports, 3 USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, 1 USB 2.0 port, 1 USB Type-C port, 1 RJ45 port and a 3.5mm audio jack. The entire unit weighs just 2 pounds, so you can hold it in your hands. Of course, you will need to connect a compatible monitor, mouse and keyboard of your choosing, but its small size is highly compelling and its AMD Ryzen 7 5800H processor can handle casual and older games. The Beelink Mini PC's chassis is compact and lightweight. The bottom metal panel has rubber feed to keep in from slipping around on a flat surface. Number 1. Apple Mac Mini M2 Processor, 2025. Graphics, 10-core GPU RAM, 8GB storage, 256GB size, 7.8 by 7.8 by 1.4 inches. Mac enthusiasts or the Mac curious. The Apple Mac Mini M2 delivers tremendous performance and efficiency in its compact design. The highly capable Mac Mini M2 can handle most computing tasks, and it has the benefit of not taking up too much space. The Mac Mini 2 does not have the same raw power as the company's physically massive and crazy expensive Mac Pro and Mac Studio, but its performance is nonetheless stellar whether web browsing, researching for work or school, or editing video. It can also handle casual gaming. Inside sits the same M2 processor as in Apple's latest MacBook Air and MacBook Pro laptops, but this model costs less than either of those, making it the least expensive path to a Mac computer, assuming you have a compatible keyboard, mouse and monitor around. This mini PC is quiet too. You'd have to put your ear right up to the casing to hear its near-silent fan. And you have a choice of configurations, starting with 8GB of RAM and a 256GB SSD, priced here, and going up to 24GB of RAM and a 2TB SSD. Plus, if you need more space, you can easily expand it externally with a Thunderbolt 3 drive for maximum performance. The Mac Mini M2 has 2 Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, HDMI, a headphone jack and Gigabit Ethernet. It supports Bluetooth 5.3 and Wi-Fi 6E.